Okay, let's start with the easiest animation to think of, and that's fade in. What we're going to do, we're going to create the keyframes in this lecture. And when you think of it, we have two states for a fade in. You have invisible and visible, or opacity of 0 and opacity of 1. And let's write that as a keyframe. First, I'm going to make a little comment here, say animation, elements, yeah. And this is how you actually put a comment in CSS with the /* and then close it with */. So what we want to do, we want to create a keyframe that says go from opacity 0 to opacity 1. So we do that by going keyframes. Okay, that's the instruction, and we're going to give it a name, so we're going to call it fade in. Yeah, and then what we're going to do, we're going to say that this goes from opacity of 0, okay, and then it's going to go, let me put the semicolon on the end there which I missed off, and then it's going to go to opacity of 1. Let's close all that down, and there you have it. So this is literally saying this keyframe goes from opacity 0, invisible, to opacity 1. Now what we need to do, like with the other transform element we did before, etc., we need to actually have 3 of these. We need to have one for the standard CSS3, one for WebKit, and one for Moz. Now this is to make sure that we have all the different web browsers supported, because obviously some will support just the standard CSS3 keyframes, and then some will be WebKit keyframes and some will be mod keyframes. But having all 3 in there means that you're actually supporting all 3 of those different things within different web browsers. So now that's just created our keyframe fade in, which we're going to be using it in our fade in CSS setup in a moment. So we'll do that in the next lecture.